The Cobalt Association Management Suite, or CAMS, is built around member communications and self-service. CAMS has two primary interfaces, the staff interface and the member web portal. The staff interface is very intuitive to anyone who has ever used a Microsoft product before. This is CAMS. On the left-hand side is the workspace. This space is customizable for each user. Today we start with queues. We select Member Service Queue, and we see all the open member service cases. Each case contains details and actions taken to provide the best customer service to our members. In reports, we have the standard and custom reports needed to interpret the data in our CAMS system. The membership section contains the accounts, contacts, committees, and dues information. I select contacts and see the contacts assigned to me. I'm going to search for a specific contact, Mr. Brown. I select Daniel Brown and it brings up his record. From here I can see everything I need to know about Daniel Brown. The top navigation allows me to send him a quick email and many other functions. On the main record, each tab contains varying levels of details about Mr. Brown and his membership. I can even type notes and attach documents directly to his record. Next, I will look at his history. This contains every email, phone call, and appointment logged in the system. If I select committees, I will see his complete committee history with terms and titles. In meeting registration, I can see each meeting and event he's registered for and if he attended. In publication subscriptions, I can manage the publications that Mr. Brown receives. In dues items, I see each dues item for Mr. Brown and its status. I can also see when Mr. Brown has been a speaker at our events and the information about his presentation. I can also see abstracts that Mr. Brown has authored and reviewed. As I continue down the left-hand side of the record, I can track all the data related to Mr. Brown, including his pending orders and invoices. In the marketing section, I can track which marketing lists he is on and which campaigns we have marketed to him. Now we can move on and see a bit more of the usability of the CAMS system. In the top right corner we have our views. This is a quick and easy way to slice and dice our data. I can select board members from my views, and there's my list of board members. Just as easily, I can pull up a current list of annual meeting registrants. For a larger list, I can select active contacts, and this will bring up every active contact record. In the bottom right, I can easily page through the list of contacts brought up in this view. The real power of the CAMS system comes from the Advanced Find tool. With this tool, you have unfettered access to your data to leverage and improve your organization. Now I'm going to do a quick search for associated contacts with email addresses. First, I select email from the list of data fields, and then I select contains data. Then I will scroll down to the related entities. You can search not only the data in the specific record, but also any data associated with it. I select the parent customer, and now I have access to those data fields. I select member type and equals and enter a value. I select associate and click OK. Now I run the search and it brings up all 73 contact records. From here I can export to Excel and either have a static worksheet, dynamic pivot table, or a dynamic worksheet. I can also merge these records into a bulk email with one of the many templates I have already defined. I can also create a quick marketing campaign for single records or all of them, as well as many other activities directly from the search results. Now we will move on to the committees section, where I can manage all the volunteer committees in my organization. If I open the Board of Directors, I can see the committee information and the member information, including current and past members. In dues items, I can see the dues information for all my members. Moving on to the meetings section, I can manage all my conferences and events at my organization. If I open the annual convention, I can see all the information I need to manage this event, including history, sponsorships, meeting activities, exhibitor booths, and meeting registrants. From the meeting section, I can also manage my sponsorships. If I open the Cobalt sponsorship, I can manage the sponsorship information, activities, and history. CAMS has the ability to integrate with all your technology tools, including your accounting system. From the accounting system, you can manage orders and invoices. If we open an invoice here, we can manage anything associated with this invoice, writing in different products and batch information. We can also manage our general ledger accounts and batches. From the marketing section, we can manage marketing lists and campaigns. I'm going to open up all campaigns and select our fundraising campaign. From here, I can manage the campaign, its status, expected response, planning tasks, campaign activities, and the targeted marketing lists associated with this campaign. Now we'll look at our service section, which illustrates cases again. We're going to open up our active customer service cases, and right now we have all member service cases open. Now we'll look at our education section. In the education section, we start with courses. Within each course, there are classes associated with that course, as well as class registration and registration fee type. The administration section allows us to manage our CAMS product. We start by looking at some security roles. Each user is assigned a user type. We're going to look at the marketing manager today. Each tab represents a section within the CAMS database. As we look at the sales section, we can modify the permission levels to create, or we can modify their permission level on an entity as a whole or as a single permission level. We will now save and close this new permission. Modifying permission levels is very easy for the system administrator. Next, we'll look at the business management section where you can modify fiscal settings. The workflow tool allows you to automate many of your business processes and ensure that certain protocols are followed. The final section is the resource center where you can find help in line with the application.